Thank you for gracing this event with your presence. On the behalf of City University, we welcome you all to this seminar organized by City University. On the behalf of organizing committee, I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to all our esteemed faculty from various disciplines. Today, we are truly honored to have with us Dr. Preet Kharwal, Associate Professor from Mittal School of Business from lovely Professional University Jalandhar, who has graciously accepted our invitation to inaugurate this program. Your presence adds a great value to this gathering, and we look forward to your insights and encouragement, ma'am. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Preet Kharwal to enlighten this session. Today's topic of the session is leveraging real-world cases to enhance critical thinking and communication and problem-solving skills. One more thing, at the end of this session, everybody has to fill a feedback form, and this form will be submitted to Miss Simran ma'am. And everyone please mention your mobile number. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now stage is yours.
Okay, thank you. So you guys are faculty over here. All are from management or they are from the different other streams also? Okay, you guys are from engineering also, right? How many of you are from engineering? Mechanical, electrical, जबरदस्ती बैठे हुए हैं कि जबरदस्ती बैठे हुए हैं? And how many are from management? How many are from management? Okay, fine. Okay, good. Okay, so basically what I'm going to discuss with you is not a teaching, it's about case-based teaching, right? So how we inculcate cases, right, when we are teaching. It's not only for MBA, even engineering guys they can do, right? So there will be an exercise, I'll be giving you a case where you will be discussing with your group and then you can have some discussion over here. So that will be done. तो उतना प्रिपेयर्ड रहना, राइट? उतना सुनते रहना, फाइन. ओके, what is case based teaching according to you? How many of you are already doing case based teaching? Okay, so you guys are already doing case based. So can you tell me how do you inculcate case in your lectures? Can you tell me?
Good morning. So cases are used in order to first ignite the understanding of the student, connect them with the real world and as an example, so that they are more easily getting the topic through the examples. So as examples, cases are used.
So how much time you take, you know, for example, if you start with the class, so how do you go with the case?
First of all, the case is given to the students 2 or 3 days prior so that they can read it, and then at a time of discussion, first 10 minutes is just brainstorming on what you have read on the case, getting the facts, then getting the problems of the case, and then connecting with how those facts could be made assessed with the problems, and then what is the concept in the study, and then relating the concept with the case.
So how do you find it different from when you teach the concepts and when you are teaching it through the cases?
It ignites more questions in the minds of the students, and they are able to ask more questions connected.
So you're doing it with the MBA or you're doing with the BBA?
MBA more often,
MBA more.
and BBA 15-20 days in months.
Okay, fine. And what about others if somebody is doing something different when they're teaching with the cases? If you guys are doing something different, like when you have to go for the cases. See, there are so many cases. One is half-page case. We call it as caselets. Then we have one-page case, right? Then we do have Harvard cases. They may be 18 pages, 30, 35 pages cases, right? So naturally, Harvard cases can be done with the post-graduation. It's easy for post-graduation students, right? So how will you go with the 38-page case if you have to teach from that? In case, so I'm asking you, like there are 3 situations. One is half-page case is given, that is a caselet. Then there is a one-page case, and then there is a 38-page case, maybe with Amazon or Google or any company. Netflix is there. So how will you go for a 38-page case? What will be your strategy for that? Any idea? Is there any faculty over here who is teaching for 18 pages case or 15 page case, and anyone who is doing this thing? Any faculty? No one? Okay, so how many of you are dealing with the half page case and 1 page case? They can be real also, they can be fictional also, right? So you guys are doing with a half page case and one. What pedagogy we go for case study is, like if I have to go for 18 page case, I will upload on their system maybe 1 week back or 15 days back, and will give them this instruction that they have to read and come with the notes. Naturally they will not come with the notes and they will not read it, so they have to be chucked out of the classes. Sometimes out of 100 I have only 2 students because 98 are not prepared. So they understand that this will not happen next time, they will miss the attendance, right? 75% is important, so next time they are prepared with the case, right? They have to bring the hard copy and they have to read the case. So that is one way. Second way is that when I go for the case based teaching, like if it's a case led, if I have to start with a concept, I have to see my audience. Is it BCom first year, BCom second year? Is it BBA final? Is it MBA? Is it BTech plus MBA? Because BTech plus MBA, definitely their analytical thinking is damn good. If I'm teaching BTech students in MBA, they're definitely good because their practical knowledge is better. And if BTech student has already worked in a company and then he is sitting in front of me, his skills are definitely better in comparison to somebody who has done BCom and is a fresher. So situation differs. So it depends upon my class, my students, and if it is BTech MBA, so my case will differ for that, right? So what I'll do is that if I don't have time for 18 page case, situation doesn't allow me, then I'll come with a case, 1 page case. I'll be prepared. I'll start with a story. I will explain them that case and then we'll come to the concepts. And before coming to the concept, I'll ask them to analyze the case. Now you know what happens? Post-pandemic students, because of digitization, they have become very intelligent. To some extent, they are not even hardworking because everything they are getting from ChatGPT, Perplexity, right? Very easy answers. They are getting assignments, right? So we have to keep our copy leaks and turn it in, always ready to check their assignments so that it is AI plagiarism or not. That is there. But students, because there is lot of hybrid working, remote working is there, they are already experienced, their analytical skills are also good. The situation is changing. 20 years back when I started teaching, 22 years back when I started teaching, the situation was different, right? Now everybody is coming with experience, or they are going for internships during their MBA. They are quite smarter, right? So when I come with a story and then when I teach them from that case study, first of all I'll explain them the story, then I go for the 3 things. One is problem identification. After telling them the story of that case, it can be hypothetical, it can be fictional, it can be real. When the story is explained, then I give them time. They have to go for problem identification, one thing. Second is they have to go for the solution, and third is concept analysis. You are understanding? One is, naturally all of you are faculty, I'm sorry, but because we have got habit of teaching to students, so we do ask such things, right? Now what I do is that first they have analyzed all the problems, right? Then I ask them that what are the solutions, and then the third thing is what are the different concepts they have learned, right? So it becomes easy for them to find out the concept. After finding the concepts, it becomes easy for me to teach them the concepts. So this is case-based teaching, right? But one thing always remember, there was a time we were told in my tenure that we have to teach them from the cases only case, no concept for MBA. But then after some time I started realizing that this is wrong. You understand my point? If I'm teaching to an MBA student only concept, even that is wrong. And there was a time, some years, we were told we have to teach from cases only. Take the case, discuss the case, and that's all. But then I suddenly realized that these students are not getting some concepts. Some concepts are important for them also, right? Especially in case of economics. In finance, you need to give more technicalities, right? So now what is happening, that it should be the blend of this. We were really asked not to teach the concepts, only case. They are MBA, they will be able to do, right? It was in 16, 17, 18. But mixed blending is important, because sometimes a student is sitting who has done his graduation and he has not done his management. Because I am from MBA background, so naturally I will talk about those concepts more, right? So those students who are from BA background, or especially from BTech, they are not good in finance. BTech students may be very good in analytics, they are intelligent students, right? But then they are not good in finance. So they need some concepts. So we have to go for the mixed thing, right? So if I have to start with the I'll go for certain exercises with you. These things are, I think you know about all these things. So rather than going for the teaching, we can go for some case and we can discuss that, right? Before that, I want to discuss one thing with you, that what are the different ways as how we can ask the students to go for the discussion of the case study analysis, right? So one is breakout discussion. You divide into groups, give them the cases, they will find out the material and then they will come back to you. So that is one way, right? Designing your own cases. Have you ever tried, this I have done as a faculty also, that we have designed the cases and we got it published in the book. That was LPU National Book only, National Publishing House. So have you ever given it as an assignment? Nowadays what we are doing is that we are giving this thing as assignment. This is good for you also as faculty. How it is good? In one subject I'll give them a chapter. There are 3 students. Now if I have a class of 60 students, so I can give 20 chapters. They do write it. And it is easy because AI is there. For the whole semester, I'll be with them, I'll give them the topic, I'll give them the rough framework, I will work with them, and they have to give an assignment in which they have to give a chapter. And they are told that if it is good, it will be published in a book. And you won't believe this, students are able to get the chapters published. And naturally you can get your name in some of the chapters. And if it is 20 chapters, you can get it as an editor. You can get that book published as an editor. Are you understanding? Okay. The same thing we have done with the case study. We have got the case studies written from the students. Now how it was done, there was a subject design thinking in HRM, design thinking. So they were required to meet some company officials, find out the problem and give the solution in the form of consultancy. They have to find out the problem they are facing and then they have to give the solution. And the student, they did it. They have to do it for the marks. And we have to keep a check on them whether it's a real thing or they are just bringing it from ChatGPT or some AI tool. वो पूरे check रखना पड़ता है. Right? I hope people understand Hindi. There is nobody who doesn't understand Hindi. Everybody understands Hindi? Right. So we have to keep a proper check on them for the whole 2, 3, 4 months. Student bring back the problem. So that is done. Another thing what we do is we ask them to write a case on that. And my students, they have written 15 page, 16 page, 20 page case. Right? So we will analyze and again we have to check it again from copy leaks. Naturally they will use some AI, but when every day we are checking what are the problems, what are the solutions, they go on writing. Even if they will take the help of AI, then also they are able to write cases, right? So this thing can be taken as an assignment. Fine. Now what will happen if I have 20 cases with me, if the good cases are there, I can get it in some Scopus index book, I can get it published, right? And Other cases I can always get it in, as a authored in a national. Are you getting my point? So this is an easy way. You guys must be having capstones with you, major research project in MBA second year. So we do the same thing with them also. Publishing has become important, right? So my MBA students, they have got it 4 published in the Scopus index book, right? So because आप शुरू से लगे हो, 6 महीने से उनके पीछे लगे हुए हो, हर टाइम आप उनको नोट कर रहे हो, कोई क्वालिटेटिव रिसर्च करवा रहे हो, कुछ भी है, एटलस टी आई, कोई भी सॉफ्टवेयर लगा के, तो स्टूडेंट्स विल वर्क, राइट? तो मेरे ही अभी रिसेंटली, बिकॉज आई रीजॉइंड यूनिवर्सिटी अगेन आफ्टर अ गैप ऑफ 2 years, राइट? So what happened that I got the 4 papers, 4 chapters published in the Scopus index book for my MBA students. They are in MBA. So that is a suggestion for you, that you can get collaboration with your students, you can find out and you can work with them and get your chapters with their names. Obviously their names will be included and you can get your publications done, right? तो यहाँ पर publication करवाते हैं आप लोग? Do you get for the in MBA you go for the publication, or in BTech also? BTech MTech also, right? So designing your own cases can be done. It's a bit tough, but जब आप involve होना शुरू हो जाते हो and even you see that you will also get benefit from that, student will also get benefit, फिर अपने आप काम होना शुरू हो जाता है. चेक रखना पड़ता है because student smart हैं, वो AI से केस लेके ले आएंगे, राइट? तो हमें कैसे ध्यान रखना, व्हाट वी हैव टू डू इज कि भाई हाँ कौन सी कंपनी है, कौन सा बंदा है, किससे मिल रहे हो, आप डिटेल्स दो उसके. वी हैव टू कीप ए चेक कि ऑथेंटिसिटी है, वो बंदा बात कर रहा है, हैव यू फाउंड द प्रॉब्लम्स, दीज आर द प्रॉब्लम्स, व्हाट सॉल्यूशंस यू हैव गिवन. अब सॉल्यूशंस में भी वो गड़बड़ करेगा बच्चा, right? So when you are keeping a check on them, they are able to bring certain results naturally. Whatever they have written, the manuscript, you can always make some changes and get it published, right? Okay, this I think everybody knows that how can we get the assess skills, even it is part of selection process also, right? These are certain things which we can do, we can do in the class. One is case dissection lab, right? So you distribute real world case and go for the discussion, you make the groups, right? How many of you go for the role plays? Role plays on the basis of the case. One is on the basis of the situation, one is on the basis of a case. On the basis of case you go for the role plays, right? Okay. Problem solving, this we are going to do. Distribute a complex case. This I do with my MBA second year, right? I give them some case, maybe if I'm teaching them labor laws, then I'll give them some complex case which is related with, maybe it is some decision has been given by Supreme Court, right? Some real case, not this case, the other real case, judicial case, right? That case can be given if you're teaching social security, labor laws, right? You can do in other laws also, and then that case can be discussed. Fine. Okay, next is, this is case workshop, right? Building a case workshop is basically, as I told you, it can be done for the teachers also. You can attend a case workshop where you guys can be given certain time, maybe a week or maybe 10 days. You are sitting in the groups and then you are writing a case. If it's a good, you can get it published somewhere, right? Okay, so should I give you certain cases? How should I give to the group? So that I wanted hard copies. If we can go for soft copy, that is also possible. If I can send cases to you and then you can read it, do the analysis, and then we can go for certain exercise over here. How many students are there? I mean, how many faculty is there? Near 40. So we can go for a group of three. तो मैम आप करवा देंगे three students. You are having your laptops और phone तो सभी के पास ही होगा. Laptops हर किसी के पास नहीं होगा ना. 9855014004। एक ग्रुप से एक ही मैसेज भेजना, फिर डबल केस ना चल जाए। I hope everybody has got the case. So basically what you are supposed to do is that you have to find the problem, solution and concept. What are the different concepts you have been able to identify from here? Right?
The thing is, if we think about the company perspective, the company will definitely plan the customers and the area so that they can have a closer look of what they are doing and what they are not doing. If we think about the employee will plan for sitting at home, working because it saves a lot of time, it saves a lot of expenses, travel expenses, save and they don't have to get the dress and all, do that expenses. But instead of picking a particular idea of thinking like a company or thinking like an employee, let's think about the innovations or the work that is to be done in a company. So if we think about the work that is to be done, innovations and the new ideas, it should be cooperative. Like what is उसके बाद जो सिटी यूनिवर्सिटी यहाँ से जो बंदा किसी गाँव में गए जो उसकी कॉस्ट है वो काफ़ी कम आती है एज़ कम्पेयर टू मेट्रो सिटीज़। तो बेसिकली जो इशू है ये हमारे पास क्या है उसका प्रॉब्लम बढ़ जाती है कंपनी जो हमारे पास होता है एम्प्लॉई का तो महसूस करता है कि कंपनी की प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि वो चाहते हैं साथ साथ जो इनोवेशन तभी होती है डिस्कस फेस टू फेस जब हम फाइनल बात।
वैसे एक बात बताऊं, मैं केस बेस्ड ज़्यादा पढ़ाना पसंद करती हूँ। केस से ना बहुत सारा कंसेप्ट क्लियर हो जाता है, बहुत सारा टाइम बच्चा अपना वो एनालिटिकल स्किल्स भी लगाता है और आपको बोलने का आपका अपना काम हो जाता है, वो ही इतना कुछ बोल देता है बच्चा। हो गया डन। सो कैन यू कम हेयर एंड देन डिस्कस द केस। आप दोनों आ सकते हैं, यू कैन कम।
Good morning.
morning, everyone.
टीम में ही बोल रहा हूँ
So we're going to case on Amazon's warehouse worker retention crisis. So basically, what about this case is that the workers who are
हम ऐसे करें, सभी प्रिपेयर कर लें. आई थिंक दे आर ना 2-4 डिस्कशन में लगे हुए हैं ना. विल स्टार्ट एट 11:40 राइट. हाँ जी.
ये वाली तो 3+2 एंड सेकंड बॉडी मुझे बहुत मिनट सर वो टीम से बात कर रहा है. मैं टीम में ही बोल रहा हूँ कि जो प्रोजेक्ट की हुई है उस टीम के अंदर जब एक बर्थडे पार्टी हो गई हम लोगों की, एक स्पेशल पार्टी हो गई है ना, पार्क प्रोजेक्ट हो गया है ना, टेक्नोलॉजी हो गया. दीज आर द टीम को विजिट के लिए जो पॉइंट होता है कि गेट टुगेदर जैसे ट्रिप प्लान कर सकते हैं. ट्रिप प्लान कर सकते हैं. उसका अवसर कोई बंदे को बुलाओ, उसका सोल्यूशन कराओ, ट्रिप प्लान कर सकते हैं. जो उनका कोई प्रोविजन है उसके लिए ट्रिप प्लान कर सकते हैं. वहाँ से जो वही रही है प्रेजेंटली जो करंट सीनरी ट्रिप प्लान कर सकते हैं. उनका जो स्ट्रेस लेवल है वो कम इस बेसिस पे इन हाइब्रिड इन्वायरमेंट. इट्स नॉट अबाउट सिटिंग देयर एंड इट्स अ हाइब्रिड इन्वायरमेंट. वो एक्चुअली रोल प्ले like interested topics and discussions करवाती है, like other than the project. Let's say the discussion about the movie, the discussion about the movie, the discussion about how the other person is in what happens when the person is present. So healthy discussion. सारे ने जो सारे देखते हैं एक दूसरे के डिस्कशंस करता है. ऑनलाइन आई थिंक दोबारा कैलकुलेट करके देखते थे. अच्छा नहीं करते 7 में तो बड़ा महान है. ये होने पा रहे ना नहीं का दिखा देंगे तो पेपर हो गया 3-4 पेपर दिखा दूँगा. पता मतलब 47 है कि लिखा 41 है 21 है
ओके, शुड वी स्टार्ट विद द सर आपसे हैं पहले आप करेंगे. नहीं आपने काफ़ी अच्छा डिटेल में किया. आप स्टार्ट करिए. चलिए ये लीजिए. पहले आप थोड़ा सा केस माइक्रोसॉफ्ट के बारे में बता दीजिए. गूगल है आपका गूगल या पहले मुझे बताएंगे आप कौन सी स्ट्रीम से फैकल्टी हैं.
Good morning, everyone. I am from SOET Computer Applications,
Okay.
and
I'm also from CSC.
ओके एंड सर आप
I'm
हाँ
from
मैंने
CSC.
CSC हाँ आई सॉ.
so our topic is related to Google's flexible work dilemma. Like Google initially have a unique corporation culture, Google ranked high on best places to work list largely due to its innovative HR practices and employee-centric policies. But because of the COVID-19, they shifted to like work from home, and because of that, shifting back to a normal work days was very difficult for them, and there's a dilemma that whether they should continue working working from home or working at office. So what they did, they are looking for a flexible hybrid model. So the main problems they are facing is like, should Google enforce in-office work days or prioritize employee flexibility? And the other thing is, what HR strategies can Google adopt to maintain innovation and team cohesion in a hybrid environment? So we as a team discussed all these things, and Justice sir have some very good ideas. So I'm giving Justice sir to start with.
Okay, thank you, sir. First thing, we can introduce 3+2 working 3+2 working model. For example, 3 days at office and 2 days at their home. But problem is that there are few employees that is stay far from the company office. So
उनको 3 दिन आना भी मुश्किल लग रहा है.
So HR implement कर सकता है वहाँ पे on the basis of monthly or project base. So that when there is a good project in the Google, so वो क्या कर सकते हैं कि इनको mandatory कर सकते हैं. You can come for this month or for the project. When you complete your project, तो आपको वहाँ पे आना पड़ेगा.
हाँ
तो
जी.
ये basically वहाँ पे क्या
That
कर
can be
सकते हैं,
done.
इसको implement कर सकते हैं. Second is जो आपने बताया वहाँ पे कि HR strategies. आप बताएंगे HR strategies?
As we have discussed about the different HR strategies, we have discussed that HR can be initiative, like they can plan an online movie session that are different employees can engage in a one movie with their own laptop or headphones, and they can have a healthy conversation. Either the movie topic or be a comedy, that it will help them to reduce that stress level. Apart from this,
We also discussed about the HR strategies like sharing the birthdays with each other, like birthday parties, throwing up the birthday parties. Now this is very common, I understand that, but other than that, like every weekend they can have a meetup in the park, they can have a meetup in a movie theater or anywhere else where they can discuss the problems, or outside the problem, they can discuss like real life situations or the problems they are facing. By doing so, we are able to understand the critical thinking of a particular person. Like when you put them in a project, they think differently. But when they are independent, stress-free, they think differently. Okay, so what we can do, we can make a team, and instead of working on the project, we work on something common or something regular. We can also discuss the current topics, current affairs, and what are the viewpoints of each person based on that. By doing so, we come to know about the strength and weakness of a particular person, and based on these things, what we can do, we can involve that person in the project accordingly.
Okay, good. So clap for them.
thank you so much.
Okay, thank you sir. So anyone else from this side? आना तो सभी ने है, पर कोई volunteer? आइए, चलिए मैम आप आइए. सर पहले इंट्रोड्यूस कर दीजिए, मीन्स आपका नाम और आप कौन सी स्ट्रीम से हैं.
Good morning, everyone. At this side, Rohit from CSE.
Good morning, everyone. This side is Vidya Karima from SOT.
I'm recent mechanical engineering.
Okay.
So we got the case study regarding the Airbnb company. Their case study is related to life and work anywhere. That is strategy. Basically, after COVID, while in COVID-19, they introduces a remote-based work culture. So how it's impacting the organizations, or how it's contributing to the organization, we will discuss on that part. The two questions that we get that is what are the HR related risks and the benefits of the work from anywhere policy. And second is how can Airbnb maintain productivity, employment engagement, and strong company culture in the fully remote environment.
Okay.
So our take on that is if we talk about rewards, so they can easily able to get global talent access from anywhere. So there is no restrictions on the any country, any restrictions. They can hire from the India, they can hire from the Bangladesh, from wherever they're getting the good talent. So next is employment satisfactions. So employment are with their family members in their hometown. So might they contribute much of it? They will be motivated. Their moral will be high. Next one would be the cost efficiencies for the company as well, because they lower the operational costs. The operational retentions will be there. That will give a good impact to the company. Next risk could be in terms of the compliance challenges like managing tax, labor laws and all. So this will create obstacles to companies to take care of, because India has a different labor laws as compared to the USA. China has a different, so Japan has a different. Now might be the performance visibility issues will be there. So HR won't tackle or the manager won't tackle easily to the employee how they are good at their work, because they are not physically being connected with each other. Even the cultural disconnect will be there, and time zones problem will be there. Because they are not physically connected, so bond won't be there that much. If you are physically connected, we establish a bond. Like we get in touch with each other. Might be first week we feel not good or not connected with everyone. Once you get into the 7 days been passed, 1 week passed, or 1 month, we will get connected with all the employees, because we've been coming on site, visiting, we share all our problems and everything together, because we have the same goals, same type of problem we encounter. So that way we develop all the system.
Okay, the next challenge was that those employees were scattered all over around. Okay, the problem was there, what they are actually doing at that time. That was the major problem. Because in the office, they all were visible to the like HR or the higher management. Okay, but remotely they were not accessible all the time. Okay, so that was the major problem. Okay, so to improve that, they can thus set the clear goals. Okay, they can give them the proper timelines in the which time frame they have to complete their work. Okay, in that way, everyone know that they have to complete this work in this much of time. Okay, the second time they can use the various tools, like there are various location-based tools. With their, they can share their actual location where they are at that time. Okay, with their apps. Okay, then they can have their regular check-ins with the HR or the higher management. They can have their regular online or virtual meetings. In this way, they can all the time they can feel a sense that they will be connected with the company. Okay, in this way they can have the regular virtual check-ins on them. Okay, another thing to maintain the culture, they can have the company values. They can put them on the online and everyone can access them. Okay. So these are the major.
तो अगर हम कहेंगे what are the concepts we learned from here, तो क्या कौन से concepts हैं? If we ask this thing, कि what are the concepts related with the subject? So what will be the different concepts?
So from Airbnb we will learn we can discard the operational cost. Rather we can go with the hybrid model. Like many companies after the COVID-19, they come to know the picture about how we can go with the remote as well. Even hybrid model can support them. So as sir also suggests 3 plus 2 days working, 3 days we can call on site, 2 days we can give for the means virtually. So this way they can even maintain the bondings from the colleagues, from everyone, and by that way if someone will have some issues, some obstacles related to the family, they can even they focus that as well.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so then who will be the next? You guys will come? आप आएंगे? Analysis कर लिया केस का? आपसे बात कर रही हूँ आपसे. आई.
Good morning everyone. I am Shreya from SOET department, CSE. Good morning one and all. I am Anurag from CSE. Good morning all. I am Simranjeet Kaur from SOAT. So we are here to discuss about the case study like Google Psychology, how the psychology impact the team members together. So the case study was like Google has stated like their team members have discussed the topic. So the junior engineer set up and asked the senior team, okay, there is some problem in the software. So there was an open communication. That is why that engineer was able to stand up and say something. So how psychology affects it? So if the team is open, so you can easily do the communication, right? If the manager or the senior person continuously poking you like you cannot do anything or you cannot do this kind of stuff or not, so it will create a negative impact on that team person, and this leads to some issues in the software projects and the growth of a company. So if the team do the collaboration properly or do their communication openly, so it will provide the greater impacts, right?
So the first question which we need to address is that how we have to analyze the psychological safety and how does it can contribute in the performance of the individuals at the workplace. So the first thing is, as ma'am has said, that is quite similar, that if all the employees, they are open to communication and they are not thinking that the seniors will have, they will say that you're not doing this, you cannot speak this, this is our authority, then definitely they will be like, hesitating to speak up, which will eventually leads to the problems, if not in the project, but it will create a kind of toxic environment at the workplace that is there. And so basically how we can improve it? So we can have an open discussion amongst the employees of the workplace. They can sit together and they can talk about different things, especially they can have a sort of arrangement with us speaking up on different topics, so that they are feeling comfortable amongst each other and they are more open to each other, which will eventually make them understand that okay, this person thinks this way, so they can talk about this. That will definitely help up in the further projects also.
Okay.
Next question.
So next question was that evaluate the role of leadership behavior in fostering the psychology safe work environment. Okay. So safe work environment it itself describes like in this organization also, even the junior person is also having that right if they just want to improve any existing. Okay. So same as that in over here also we can say supportive leadership. Okay, that is needed. Then the modeling vulnerability. Okay, then the encouraging participation of the all of the team members. Okay. So the third point was industrial. The third point was industrial psychology. So we can have the team building exercises like HR can implement, or within the team they can have the team PPTs or group discussions where they can discuss their points so that each team member can get individual contribution like yes, we can do these things, or we can implement such programs to increase the efficiency of a team member, right? So small team activities is a good point. Next point is team lunches, like on the Saturdays or on the Fridays the team can go for the team lunches, and where they can discuss their personal lives also, and they can discuss the office work or how they can create a better environment for the employees.
Okay, so if we talk about the concepts, what are the concepts which came to your mind when we are talking about this case?
I think not concept, but as an individual, I think if the leader of that team or of that department of organization, that is positive and that is not only just saying no, this can't be heard, I am in authority. If that person is giving everybody an equal opportunity, being totally not doing any bias and not partial at all, that will definitely create a healthy environment. So it totally depends upon that person. As a concept you are talking about, so I think this should be on a very regular check in the departments also, that nothing is working like on the bias basis. So that should be like, or it could be made like that.
So one thing is leader, and what about the team? Team also has to work upon this thing if, in order to create that environment. Sometimes people are too negative.
Yeah.
So there should like proper positive impact should be there. Like each member should like yes, we are a part of a team. We need to work as a team, not individual contribution. Right.
Yeah.
So they should focus on their strengths.
It has to be mutual. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So who will be the next from this side? आप रह गया ना? आप दोनों. You are not part of the group? Okay, no problem, sir. आप आइए. मुझे याद है कि मुझे 3 से 4 फोटोग्राफ्स चाहिए अपने जिनको ये फीडबैक देना है ना उनको. यू अंडरस्टूड राइट? तो वो वहाँ से मिल जाएंगे ये जो खींच रहे हैं.
हाँ
तो ही विल गिव.
सर दे देंगे. मैं आपको
नहीं तो आप ही
सर जी करवा रहे हैं ना.
हाँ
उनसे मैं ले लूँगी.
ठीक है. अदरवाइज यू कैन क्लिक.
So the case topic is toxic workers. So the concept is like some employees may do their job very well but still hurt the company because of their bad behavior, like being rude, dishonest, or honest, negative. These people are called toxic workers. Even though they seem valuable because of their high performance, they actually cause other good employees to leave, hurt team spirit, and create legal and emotional problems at work. The study shows that it often better to avoid or remove toxic workers than to hire superstars. A healthy team is more valuable in long run. So what is the solution for this is to protect the company from toxic employees, and organization should hire carefully, use tests to find out if someone is overconfident or self-centered, ask interview questions about how they work with others and handle problems. And second point is build a positive culture. Make it clear that good behavior matters, not just performance. Encourage teamwork, respect and honesty. And third is watch for red flags early. Pay attention to signs of bad behavior. Offer help or training, but be ready to let the person go if they don't improve. Reward the right people, praise the promote employees who are both good at their job and good teammates. And then now the question is, should organization fire high performance if they are toxic? So the answer is yes, in most cases. The study strongly indicates that the net cost of retaining a toxic high performance outweighs their individual productivity gains. Even if a toxic worker brings in a result, their presence increases turnover among high quality co-workers, damage team morals and culture, and introduce legal and compliance risks, including harassment, claims and workplace conflict. So the bottom line for this is that avoid the toxic employees, save more money and improve the workplace more than just hiring top performance. A respectful, healthy work environment lead to better results for everyone. Thank you.
तो सर इसका हल क्या है? We find toxic workers everywhere. They are the one who are climbing the ladder. What to be done in that case? वो लिखा यही है ना इसमें कि toxic workers आगे निकल रहे हैं.
Recruitment cell must take care of this thing. The persons coming, they must judge their behavior and the way they speak and their confidence level, everything. That way they can.
Because they generally have impression management. We are very good when we are going for recruitment and selection. The moment we come, then we show our true colors.
No, but then they must be worried about.
I'm just talking in general that this is all we face. This is the biggest problem we face.
Going on everywhere,
and they know also as how to do the work.
That has become I think, training nowadays.
It's a talk of the town everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. I've seen it.
In every organization.
This should be taken care by the HR management.
By the HR as well as by the management.
Yes, only they can do it. Otherwise.
Because then they are the one who are creating toxic culture.
Yeah.
And then safety is less, psychological safety is less.
And they are so brilliant, that's why they can do and they play and they ruin the...
You know what happens? They are the ones, sometimes they are doing very good work in the front of managers. And they are doing good also, very hard working. But then they are creating toxic culture.
Right.
And nobody can talk to the management because they are themselves very good performers.
Yeah, that's why nobody will listen to them.
Nobody will listen. And the psychological safety goes down.
Right.
या ओके जी, थैंक यू, थैंक यू। ओके जी, दविंदर मैम आप आइए। ये लीजिए माइक। ओके,
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Dr. Vimal, I'm from School of Management Studies. And with me, we have Ms. Manisha Sood ma'am. She's also from the same department.
फोटोग्राफ्स ना
So we got a case related to the retention issues. Retention is basically the concept where we are talking about that every organization, they should be able to retain employees. When you are joining the organization, you know, the strategy they have to follow, that they should be able to keep the employee in the organization for a long period. So that is very important, because somewhere if retention rate is very less, so somewhere it's going to adversely affect the brand image of any organization, whether it's any sort of period, right? So Amazon was facing a warehouse worker retention crisis, where what they faced that in the reality what was happening there, that in Amazon in almost in 8 months the whole warehouse worker were replaced. That means the retention rate was quite less. That in 8 months they were, you know, hiring a new employees.
3-4 फोटोग्राफ्स ना चाहिए जित दिखाना होता कि असी कैसे प्रूफ दिखाना होता ना
फाइल शेयर हो जाता है।
हाँ मतलब कि जिसमें लेक्चर दे रही हैं कुछ बस ठीक है थैंक यू
program where they provided the opportunities to warehouse employees to learn the new skills or things so which were in the trend, so that they can get the career growth opportunity and some these sort of thing. Apart from it, the workers, they were complaining related to the more physical demand in their work, where in order to reduce that physical demand in the work, the Amazon, they initiative with the automation in order to reduce the work physical demanding task. So but that automation, the introduction of machines in the warehouses somewhere created a dilemma in the mind of employee, that they feel dissatisfied that we are replaceable with the machines. So it is that we are nothing to do with the organization, they can replace us with the machine and all that. So these sort of thing somewhere generated to unionization in some of the area because of this you can say increased dissatisfaction among the employees. So apart from it, so the two problems are there. First was the what sort of HR strategies are there beyond the pay raises can Amazon implement to reduce the warehouse turnover? So I would like to answer this question. So apart from only the financial raise in the pay is not only always enough to be satisfied from your job. The problem they are facing is the lack of career growth. So what they can do, they can incorporate a career ladder in the organization structure, where an employee who was entering into the company in Amazon, they are able to identify that after working this period of time, what are the future positions, what are the promotional chances they are able to get in the future. So if I am in the entry level in the warehouse, so what are the other, suppose if I am entering as a store man, store person, so what are the other opportunities for me to grow? What is the next position which I can get after getting a specified skills or after completing a specified time period in Amazon? So that must be clear to them, right? So the career growth will be provided to them. These sort of HR facilities should be provided.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
They can incorporate employee well-being programs. Employee well-being programs where they can, enhance the communication among the employees, right? They can conduct a regular communication. Apart from it, you can say the targets, the work targets are actually too high, right? So that should be created in a way which are achievable. So their work target should be achievable, right? So that thing can be done. That should be feasible targets, and it should be clearly defined to them. The you can say the employees who are working above the target, they should be rewarded more, right? Open communication should be there, so that they can share. Like the other case study ma'am talked about, that open communication is very important, that employee are able to feel better on a mental level too, because they are able to share the ideas. So some of their problems are able to resolve by the higher authorities or the other peer groups,
right? So these sort of things should be incorporated in order to reduce the dissatisfaction among the worker. So the second question.
So are financial incentives better, or workplace culture, or inequality? So I'll just summarize this. So worker retention is a problem of Amazon, and turnover is a problem. So no company wants people to turn over quickly. It is a cost. So Amazon also wants to reduce the cost, and no worker joins to leave immediately. So all in all, if I can summarize, so financial incentive should be there, but a defined corporate career ladder should be given to them. Then promotion, see, it was mentioned somewhere in the case that the image of Amazon goes bad if employees are turning more often. So that means the company is aware about their image, and how image is built by the employees who are working there. So I think there is a very great principle given by Henry Fayol, that is integration of management objectives with the workers' objectives. It should be well communicated to them. And because the workers would be able to bring the image back to the Amazon. So if I just summarize, work-life balance, a given career ladder, communication with the employees, rewarding the high-performing employees, clear and achievable targets. And the concepts that can be dragged from here can be principles of management, role of HR, problems in HR strategies, and team dynamics also somewhere. HR strategies.
Okay, nice. Clap for them. Okay, so how many groups are left? 2 groups are left from this side? Okay. Kindly fill this. I have to give it to my organization. So, आप ये इकट्ठे दे देंगे.
Okay, good afternoon everyone. My name is Diksha and I'm basically from Management Studies Department. So the case study that we have received at Zappos, it is basically a US-based company started in 1999, and basically it is an online retail store specialized for shoes basically, right? They are selling the shoes. So they are very well known for the unique culture they are having, that is holacracy. So if I introduce with you all about the holacracy, basically it's a decentralized model where employees are given the authority and the responsibility that they have to decide what are the roles and responsibilities they have to play, because it is basically different from the traditional way where the boss and the top level authority give the instructions. But in holacracy, basically employees themselves take over the all things. They decide what are the roles and responsibility as a team they have to play. There is no boss which is interfering. So when they have introduced the holacracy in the organization, the 2 results were there. Some of the employees were very happy because they got the opportunity to showcase their skills, their leadership skills. So that's a positive impact they have received. But at the same time, there were some employees, who feel, very hesitate to share their ideas. They were not much involved in the task because they were working as an employee where they were receiving the instructions from the boss, and simultaneously they do the work. But immediately now they were the one who have to decide what are the roles and responsibilities they want to play and get the targets complete. So that is the problem they have faced with the holacracy. So now the further will be describing the solution.
Okay, good afternoon everyone. My name is Bhavna and I am from the School of Management Studies. So here are the suggestions for this case study. The first is the organization should promote the openness without forcing the participation of the employees, right? So the second one is the organization should also encourage diversity and engagement of the employees, that having the different comfort levels. Then third one we are having that the suggestion is provide clear roles and accountability among the employees. And fourth one, we are having the aligned culture with the performance metrics. It means that measure both culture, health and the business outcomes and use the feedback mechanisms so that the employees can provide you the feedback with your performance as well.
Good afternoon everyone, my name is Vani and I would like to conclude it by workplace spirituality is good, but it should be balanced with clear roles, rules and focus on work. A company can grow well when it cares about both its people and its performance. For example, Google focus on employee well-being and purpose, but they also maintain their goals and systems. This shows that workplace spirituality works best when it's balanced with structure and its performance.
The concepts that we have, applied by the Zeppos over there, if you have heard about the leadership laissez-faire, where the employees were given the opportunity. So laissez-faire is the leadership style they have adopted, and also management by objective, which is a concept taken by the Zeppos, where employees are given the tasks so that they can showcase their leadership skill. So that is the problem, that employees feel hesitate to share their ideas, but with light type of leadership, we can encourage them and we cannot mandate on them to share their ideas immediately, but given as a voluntary concept as first to improve that culture. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So one group is left, last. Okay. You guys are left, right? So we can complete it in 3 to 4 minutes if it's possible.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Ajaz. I'm from School of Management Studies. So actually we got a case that was on Tesla's expansion into India. I will be very brief. So there were two challenges that Tesla was facing exactly on underdeveloped and high import taxes. So to overcome these challenges, I guess he should approach government of India and aware the people of India regarding these electric vehicles that are much trending and much demanding right now across the globe. Second challenge was he was facing like import tax, high import tax, and we have just concluded how he can overcome these challenges. Firstly, he can engage government regarding electric vehicles and sign MOU with government of India. Ask them like green tax should be imposed across the country. Second, he can ask the government regarding the subsidy. Whosoever purchase the green electric vehicles in India, he should be provided like some amount of subsidy. And third, he should also advise government, suggest government that some tax benefit should be provided to electric vehicles whosoever purchases in India. And second, since he has a great challenge of import tax duty, to overcome that very challenge, he can just open small outlets and establishments or manufacturing units in India, so that manufacturing of electric vehicles can be done in India. And strategies, what he can, it can be just.
Good afternoon everyone, myself Dr. Vibha Verma from Department of Applied Sciences. So the discussion question was, what should be Tesla's market entry strategy for India? So I have mentioned some points for the strategies, that they can engage local establishments, because in local investors, because local people from India, they are already known to the system of India. So it would be better for them, for the outsider investor, to engage with local communities. Next is they can, there should be tax-free returns for the electronic vehicles. So next is charging points can be installed at certain places.
That is the biggest problem. Yeah.
So that these are the strategies in which they can, by which they can enter the ecosystem.
Yeah. Okay, Shi, thank you. Thank you for your time. And I'll suggest suggest you one thing, that you must be having a large chunk of students with you. So start getting cases written from them. Even you will start getting publications for yourself. At least for IJ Global, right? You can easily do. For national book, you can go for 1-page case or 2-page case, right? That can be done. You can get your own book published. If you can get the chapters from the students, one thing, 10 to 12 chapters minimum, or if you can get the cases from them, right? And students will do. My students, they really work on this thing, right? So what I have done is that I have, for the whole semester I was with them. It's not exactly semester, it was 2 months module. So every day I have to check what they are doing. It takes some time, but then you are able to get some publications out of that. Even you will benefit, even the student will benefit, because when they'll go for the job, they're able to show that this is a publication we have. At IJ Global, they can easily do it. Even IJ Global, they get Scopus indexed. So that is my suggestion, if you start with that. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for your active participation. Thank you so much, ma'am. A heartfelt thank you for the esteemed speaker and resource person. Your time, dedication and expertise have added immense value to this program. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable speech. Thank you.
Thank you.